sweat already?
Guys, help me.
Let's go! Get on it.
I think this may very well be the same orc that killed Kalen.
I'll get on it.
Risen ogre.
It is excellent.
Duncan's sword and Duncan's dagger. Are you serious? Okay, we are seriously getting rid of some shit in our inventory to fit these in. Oh my god, we actually got his equipment. Ooh, Duncan's sword's actually better. Who'd have thought we'd find that here? Oh, the necromancer. He is here.
Now it's better than later.
He's just gonna keep calling him back to life, so I think we just need to kill the necromancer.
It shall be.
Oh, we got him!
Can I get you a ladder? So you can get over the back? I expected that. Love it.
In war, victory. There's Kalen's helmet. Let's get rid of one last thing here. Kalen's helmet, gauntlet, breastplate, greaves. I should consider giving him Merrick's sword, but he's more two-handed.
And if I may say so, milady, you appear to be getting younger by the day. Beside you, are all women this evil and conniving when they grow old?
Aw, he had dialogue and I couldn't even hear it.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Oh, I guess that was the really was the last one. Alright, so we have to head back. Head back to the bridge, deal with King Kalen's body, and then we're done. Which means going back through the tunnels again. Goody, backtracking.
Alistair, are you all right?
Oh, they left him here to rot. We need to do something.
He's of royal blood and deserves a pyra.
He was a good man, who hoped too much, and died too young. He deserves what little honor we can afford to grant him.
That would have been cruel to leave him to the wolves. Wow, everybody approves, even Sten. Couldn't find Duncan's body, though. Alright, let's leave. Pretty much done here. And then hopefully once we get back to the party camp, we can equip some of this stuff, sell a lot of our things, and then be able to go back and accomplish what we need to do back at Soldier's Peak.
Something on your mind? Of course.
I thought he'd say something. Alright, Wynn had something to say before.
What's on your mind? I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
I've never experienced that before.
I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched. I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
She had a guardian angel.
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them. I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me. I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare him for the task that is yet before him.
I am honored.
You had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger-wagging. You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Yay. Can you teach other people to be a spirit healer?
What's on your mind?
Oh, is there something we can do to cure you?
Cure me? What, am I sick now? Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child, your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
Thinking about it, yeah, we are on a timer, like a very short lifespan now because we drank the tainted darkspawn blood.
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content, it is enough.
Shit, that makes a lot of sense for, like, life in general.
I think I've led a good life, a full life, And I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the Fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we? What's on your mind?
Do you have any regrets at all?
I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life, made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else. Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
I can see how this could be trouble.
What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home, time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him, too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential, just to be difficult.
What did he think of you?
Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. He might have thought I was a demon in disguise. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him. Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
So he might still be alive?
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Anarin. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves. The Templars are well-trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student. And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
Poor Fang. Oh, wins regret. Yep, there's a quest. Help Win find closer. I guess we should go to the Brazilian forest or Brazilian camp.
What's on your mind? It is...
Alright, let's see if anybody else has something to say.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Oops.
Something I can help with?
You call? Again? I'm game.
Alright. Nothing.
Something on your mind?
Nothing.
Of course.
Nothing.
You called. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised.
Do you find Ferelden very strange?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Our farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
Is there anything you like about Ferelden?
There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Kunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
Cookies.
Yes, we have no such things in our lands. This should be remedied.
Okay.
Perhaps. It's strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own. To see faces that are and aren't like yours. I miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden smells of wet dogs. True. I was trying to forget that part. Shall we move on?
Don't the Kunari ever want to change their lot in life?
What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell.
Makes the turtle stronger.
Does it? It's also his weakness. If he stumbles and falls over, it pins him on his back. It is better to armor yourself with no more than what you need. One life, one duty. Shall we move on? As you wish.
Oh my god, Sten approves plus 19? What the hell did I do? Do I even have cookies in my inventory? I wonder now. Quest updated. Oh, there's nothing there really. I already did Morrigan's quest, so.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. Of course. Goodbye.
Alright, I'm going to take some time to equip everybody.